head of state have always known about our soldiers. They are capable, they are well-trained, patriotic, brave, and always ready to do their duty in the service of our country. But in the matter of this insurgency, our soldiers have neither received the necessary support nor the required incentives to tackle this problem. The government has also failed in any effort towards a multidimensional response to this problem, leading to a situation in which we have now become dependent on our neighbors to come to our rescue. Let me assure you that if I am elected president, the world will have no cause to worry about Nigeria as it has so recently. That Nigeria will return to its stabilizing role in West Africa, and that no inch of Nigerian territory will ever be lost to the enemy, because we will pay special attention to the welfare of our soldiers in and out of service. We will give them adequate and modern arms and ammunition to work with. We will improve intelligence gathering and border patrols to choke Boko Haram's financial and equipment channels. We will be tough on terrorism and tough on its root causes by initiating a comprehensive economic development plan, promoting infrastructural development, job creation, agriculture and industry in the affected areas. We will always act on time and not allow problems to irresponsibly fester. And I, Muhammad Buhari, will always lead from the front. And time dedicated to fighting corruption will be given independence and prosecutorial authority without political interference. But I must emphasize that any war waged on corruption should not be misconstrued as settling old scores or a witch hunt. I am running for president to lead Nigeria to prosperity, not adversity. In the face of dwindling revenues, a good place to start the reposition of Nigeria's economy is to swiftly tackle two ills that have bloomed under the present administration: waste and corruption. And in doing this, I will, if elected, lead the way with the force of personal example. On corruption, there will be no confusion as to where I stand. Corruption will have no place, and the corrupt will not be appointed into my administration. In reforming the economy, we will use savings that arise from blocking these leakages and the proceeds recovered from corruption to fund our party's social investment programs in education, health, and safety nets such as preschool meals for children, emergency public works for unemployed youth, and pensions for the elderly.
Say from independence to now, most of the people who led the country or became ministers or something, they were never up to 50 years, including myself when I was head of state, including IBB when he became head of state. Not to talk of Gawan, who was 32 when he became head of state. Not to talk of Murtala. Maybe Iransi, was 50. But the civilians from Tafa Alewa to Gawan, to Murtala, to Shagari himself. When Shagari became a minister, he was not up 30 years old, himself and Maitabasul and so on.
About our country's development. One, what is happening to poverty? Two, what is happening to unemployment? And three, what is happening to inequality? The answers to these three questions in Nigeria show that the current administration has created two economies in one country. a sorry tale of two nations. One economy for a few who have so much in their tiny islands of prosperity, and the other economy for the many who have so little in their vast ocean of misery.
Before us and say things have gotten better under its direction. It has only gotten worse, and it is now time for change. PDP's government may say that it needs more time, that what we need now is continuity, but we do not. What we need now is change. I know what it takes to achieve real change. I have led our nation before in times almost as unhappy as this. I know that to solve our problems, we need real leadership, not warm words and empty promises. You cannot trust the corrupt to end corruption. You cannot trust the selfish and self-interested to rule in the best interests of the people. You cannot trust those who believe hope is a tool of government rather than a human right to plant the need of belief. Let's be clear. This is not a time for continuity. Failure does not deserve continuity. Incompetence does not deserve continuity. It deserves change. That is what the nation deserves, and that is what we will bring.
We don't have railways now. We don't have airways. We don't have shipping line. Virtually, we have no electricity. Consequently, there is collapse of education, of industries, lack of employment, hence crime in the cities, and so really, it is very, very disappointing. The only thing we have is that we have managed to remain one country, but otherwise, the institutions virtually have collapsed. No social services, education now. People can hardly afford to educate their children. People don't have adequate health care. They don't even have drinking water. It's terrible. Aspect of it is the leadership of the country. Up to now, nobody has come near the first set of pre-independence leadership. That's the first republic. Subsequent leaders, none of us, because I'm one of them, are near that first set as far as competence is concerned. I think this competence was brought about by commitment.